This is the Mountain Bike Man podcast, live from the trail. Oh, it's beautiful up here. What you only have a limited number of camps. There's a ton of campsites all up this canyon. But in this particular draw that we're in right here, right now, there's only, 15 campsites. Some of them are multiple campsites. You know, if you have a big party, you know, you can have like 3 different trailers parked in there, different locations, all kind of close together though. But what happens is you get people fucking pull their trailer up here. Then they leave it here. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a 16-day, you can stay for 16 days, then you have to move. So now it's 10 days. But after September 13th, I think, it goes back to 16 days. Somewhere around there. September 13th or September 15th or something like that. So we'll read the sign down there when we get down. But you know what the problem is, you have people that pull their trailer up here and they leave it. And they may even leave it. Look at that deadfall. That fucker's come. The little skimpy ass tree right there, that's coming down. Let me get a drink. But you get people that pull their trailer here and they leave it. And, you know, they pretty much are blocking the campsite from anybody using it, even though they're not here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they'll be back here next weekend, but when it was 16 days, you could literally lock it up for 2 weekends. You know, 3 weekends actually. You come up on one weekend, and you literally can have that campsite for 3 weekends. So they changed it to 10 days because last year it used to be 16, but it is 16 after September 15th. So something to think about. You know, I would not sweat it. You know, what they're concerned about is people parking their trailer and not even being here. You know, I bet you some people have abused it and left their trailer here for a month. You know what I'm saying? And blocking up the campsite and, you know, that type of shit. I would imagine they get a citation, you know, if they leave it here that long and not, you know, do anything about it. Okay, guys. That's the saga behind, you know, the reason why they changed it to 10 days, people who are abusing it, you know, and I can see that being a problem, you know, for sure. You know, I would love to, my goal on this trip was to stay here for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. But, you know, once you stay a certain period of time, you know it's time to go home. I don't know what that period is. You know, we want to go to Yellow Pine also, so I don't know. Last year when I wanted to go to Yellow Pine, the road was closed because of forest fires. The only people allowed in were the people that lived there. So you had to turn around and come back. So I actually was camping near Stanley, and the plan was to move on from Stanley to the next campsite up in Yellow Pine, which, you know, I've never been there, so I've never made it. So I came back to here, and, you know, I fell in love with this area right here. I mean, you've got some serious mountain biking trails here, a ton of them. You've got a ton of dirt biking, not a ton of dirt biking, but you've got this trail here. There's another draw, a couple of draws down the road, one about 7 miles, maybe another about 12 miles down. You have to take this bike down the highway, though, to get to them. And one of them is short, and then you come to like a vertical climb that you're not going to go up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, vertical, you know, where you're not going to go up. I mean, you can come down it. That trail comes from a different area, but I don't see too many people going up it. It's very loose dirt. You know, it'd be pretty difficult to go up it. Possible, but I don't know, man. I just remember it being pretty fucking steep, man. It's not a long distance or anything. You know, it's only like maybe 40 feet. And then I never went to the top of it, so I don't know what it looks like after you get to the top. I walked to the top of that hill, I guess, and I didn't really bother looking any. I know there was a lot of rocks, a lot of rock gardens up there and shit, so it wasn't blowing my skirt up, shall we say. But anyways, as you can see, it's starting to get dark. It's about 7:30, and you know, it starts getting dark at about 8-ish. And then it starts getting really dark at about 8:30. So let's stick this boy in neutral. That's second. There we go. Man, just beautiful, 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 beautiful. Man, makes you feel great to be alive and being able to enjoy life. You know, you think of people, you know, like Toby Keith, for example, you know, country singer, you know, died of stomach cancer, colon cancer or whatever, and, you know, worth 400 million, died. He was about 63 years old, I think. You got Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis didn't die, but he's got dementia. And, you know what I'm saying? He's worth $250 million. And his family, his wife and his 2 daughters, just moved him out of that house into a smaller house somewhere out in La La Land. So he's not even with his family anymore because he doesn't really recognize his family. He has moments when he does. This is an interview with his wife. There's moments that he's there, you know, that really deep laugh of Bruce Willis, and then there's moments, the next moment he's gone. Wow. Crazy, man. Shit, man. I'm just thinking, man, if I had 250 million, man, I'd be living on the hill in Las Vegas. I'd have 4 strippers living with me. 2 of them would be impregnated by now. And the other 2 would be trying to get pregnant because they know once they get pregnant, they're fucking set for fucking life with daddy's 250 million in the bank. Anyways, I get a one-track mind when it comes down to that kind of shit, man. I love that shit. I'm just bullshitting. This is my podcast. And we're about to go back down the mountain. We decided to turn around at this point. This is a pretty big hiccup here. There's more big hiccups to come. So we're just going to, this is a very easy descent. You know what I'm saying? A couple of hiccups to get up here and more hiccups to get even higher. more roots and more rock gardens and stuff like that, but and steepness, and you got to take it nice and slow and easy, so you don't lose control of your 280-pound bike, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're off trail. The next thing you know, you got a broken arm. And next thing you know, your buddies are carrying you off the mountain because you got a broken compound fracture. Which in my case means I would be fucked. Which means that's why you stay well within your comfort zone, guys. When you're riding, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to, if it's too dangerous, or if it gets a little bit too dangerous, it's okay to turn around and go back. Let me tell you that right now. I mean, I've tons of people, groups, buddies out riding, and some of them aren't very good, and they end up getting their arm broken or their fucking leg broken or whatever, or getting really fucked up. Shit like that. You hear about it quite often. Anyways, we're gonna head on down this trail. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening, and I almost feel like staying right here until it gets like dark. Not too much darker, but dark, a little bit darker. Because this is just so delightful to be up here, all by yourself. No one behind you. Unlikely. It's possible. There could be hikers up there that were dropped off, and they're camping up there. But most of the time they would have their car parked at the bottom. There is no cars down there, so it's highly unlikely that anybody is up here, but it certainly is possible. You know what I'm saying? People do get dropped off, and they hike up and they camp up here for 3-4 nights or whatever the case may be, and then they hike back down, and then they get picked up by their mom or family member or whatever. Okay, guys. I mean, just check that view out, dude. Are you guys loving life or what? Fuck. Beautiful. Make sure my gun is okay. Okay. I'm starting to ride up to my side. I got my blue side sling pack on now. It carries my Allen wrenches that you need to adjust things on tighten up the hand grip on my mountain bike, and it's got the thing to loosen up your the thing that tells you how fast you're going and your mileage and stuff like that. I want to be able to turn it or turn it down if I want to without using a wrench. I mean, it's pretty tight, but you want to be able to move it. Not only do you want to be able to move it in case you have to maybe flip your bike upside down and work on your tire or something, but you also want to move it so that if you wreck and it hits the ground, it'll move. Instead of being solidly fixed, it might mean the difference between braking and not braking. So that's why you kind of keep it tight, but it's movable. But it won't move under normal riding conditions. Does that make sense, gentlemen? I sure hope so. Anyways, oh man, I just don't want to leave. Man, I'll tell you, it would look like it was going to rain, and getting everything covered up. I've got the battery charging. I had 4 batteries charging at once. The 2 other batteries charged really quick. The other one charged reasonably quick, but this one that I have on right now takes 4.5 hours, 5 hours to get it completely charged. And it'll be charged when we get back to the trailer or Jeep. Man, slept like a baby in the Jeep last night. Late, I got the Jeep set up really fucking nice for sleeping. You know, when you remove a couple of the bins, actually all 3 of them this time, but also when you twist the refrigerator 90 degrees, it gives you more shoulder room. It's very comfy, very cozy. I mean, if you had a couple other girls with you, you would have to take that refrigerator out and take some of the gear out of there, you know what I'm saying, and stick it underneath the Jeep in case it rains and stuff. And you would take your air mattress. I have an air mattress that fits back there. Well, it doesn't really fit because when you fill it full of air, it kind of turns into a V. But it's still comfortable. I mean, if 3 people were... If 3 people were laying on it, it'd be very comfy, cozy. Or 2 people. Oh, I keep hearing something. It's my shock. It sounds like people talking in the background or something. It's very unlikely that anybody's up there because, like I said, there's no cars in the staging area. But they could have walked from their campground, hiked the whole distance. You know, hikers are hikers. You know what I'm saying? Or bikers. There could be bikers behind us. There could be mountain bikers behind up this trail that they're camping down below. Dirt bikers? You won't. I've never seen anybody ride a dirt bike on this trail. It's not to say that they don't do it. It's just to say that most people are not going to do it. It's just too dangerous for them. Most dirt bikers are not going to do it. But anyways, man, it's so beautiful. I want to go, but I don't want to leave. It's, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's going to get dark. So, you know, I've got a good headlight on this bike. We're good there. I'm not going to wait that long, you know what I'm saying? But just relaxing, just enjoying the sights here and the scenery and the mountains. I mean, forested mountains. We have mountains in Las Vegas, okay, near Las Vegas, and there's not even a fucking blade of grass growing on the mountain. Okay, they're as bald as a bald person. You know, there's not even, like I said, there's not even a blade of grass growing on the mountains in Las Vegas or near, you know, when you drive out of Vegas and you're heading north through Nevada. I mean, the mountains on each side of you, there's nothing on them. Not even a blade of grass. Until you get to the Ruby Mountains, then it's very nice. And there is some cedar trees when you start getting to Ely, high elevation. But they're scrub cedar. You know what I'm saying? It's ugly, scrub cedar. But this is typical of the Ruby Mountains right here. This terrain, these type of mountains and stuff like that. But there's no trails there except for hikers. That's it. They're just hiking trails. There's no mountain biking there. There's no dirt biking. So that's why I've never gone there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hiker, shall we say. You know what I'm saying? My hiking is done on the back of on the top of a dirt bike or on top of a mountain bike. Anyways,